eliminate parentheses. And by that, oh, not that kind of eliminate parentheses. All right. So what we're going to have here is this. I have parentheses on the one side here. So I think the best thing to do is sometimes to get rid of those to make your work easier. Now treat this as a negative 7 times t and a negative 7 times 1, which means if I distribute it to both of them, it's negative 7t minus 7 equals negative 10t plus 3. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do this here. I have several choices. I'm going to kind of combine these two terms because they're the same on the same side. So I'm going to do a 5 minus 7 because that's what it says, which is negative 2. I kind of like writing it over here. I think it makes it simpler to follow. Now I have some choices. I'm probably going to combine variables. So now I have some choices. I don't like having negatives, so I'm going to add 10t. That's a negative 10. And what we'll do is it'll cancel out. I add 10t to both sides. This one cancels. And the negative 7 plus 10t makes a positive 3t. Now what I'm going to do is this. I'm now going to add 2 to each side. Undo the add or subtract. Cancel the 2's out. So now then I'm going to divide by 3. And sometimes, because it's a multiply by 3, so divide by 3, they don't always work out. So I end up with a fraction that t is equal to 5 thirds. All right, so that was this one here by getting rid of the parentheses. But let's look at another one here. Let's suppose this time, get my picture, we have 2 parentheses. So what do? Well, do the same thing. So you limit parentheses, but we're only going to do one at a time. So I'm going to take the 2 times the k and the 2 times the 4, which is 8, then 5 times k and 5 times negative 3, which is negative 15. Now I kind of combined it in one step, but I still did one at a time. I just kind of wrote them going left to right as I got to them. Now I want to try to got some choices here, but I think I'd rather add the 8 and 5 together. They're on the same side. I'm also took the negative 15 and 10 and added them together and made negative 5. I just wrote them at the same time, but I did them each kind of individually. Now then, I need to get rid of, only have one k. You can only solve for k's on variables on one side. So I'm going to move them to one side. And I'm going to probably minus 2k. That keeps things positive. And if I minus 2k here, they're going to cancel. 5k minus 2k is 3k. Bring down the 13. Those 2k's canceled out. I still have a minus 5. Remember, our undo or add or subtracts first usually. So let's add 5 to each side. It's a subtract. The opposite of that is add. So I'm going to add 5 to each side. 13 and 5 is 18. Now I have 3, so I'm going to divide. I'm multiplying by 3, so I undo that by dividing. So I divide each side by 3. Here the 3's cancel. That's the whole purpose of doing it, to find something that cancels it out by undoing it. And 18 divided by 3 is 6. So 6 equals k.